bone to pick with you. Now, this isn't something I would normally want to talk about, but I think it's about time someone slapped this generation in the face. Okay, now I understand having phases, because that's completely normal. Wearing eyeliner, joining a rock group, okay, cool. Being a little snot-nosed kid, okay, yeah, that's still normal. But the extent of what's going on right now, at this point, I feel like an intervention needs to be staged. Back in the day when I was a little kid, I would literally get my mouth washed out for saying crap. The word darn was the worst it ever got for me. Honestly, I feel like today's music has a lot to do with what's happening with our generation. I mean, come on, music is something that everyone has, right? Today's music is basically filled with sex, drugs, partying, and I think the worst part about it really is that it's not even subtle anymore. I mean, it's just like, oh, there it is, right for the world to see. Like, back in the day, they had, like, innuendo and hints of things, but for the most part, they could be taken innocently. Most songs of today go someone like this. If you're easily offended, I would plug your ears.
Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Talk dirty to me. Baby, I know me.
Just 1 second, please. Okay, I'm good. But honestly, I don't know how much longer I can take this. I'm 99% sure that Disney music is just about the only innocent thing we have left. I'm not judging rapping or techno music because I'm really not. It really does take talent to rap and make all those little sound bites make sense. But honestly, one of my biggest pet peeves is music without any other significance other than how many girls you can whenever you may please. Now, I'm not saying only write love songs, sing Kumbaya around the campfire while we all make flower crowns. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that give this generation something that will alter the way that they think. Do you want to know why Let It Go became a hit? Stop it right there, Clawpole. It's not because it's Disney. Yes, Disney did make it. And also, yes, Disney did give it a platform to do well. But what this song is, it tells a story. A story of a girl who was horrified and decided, you know what? People suck. No matter how hard I try, unless I accept myself and own up who I am, no one is going to understand how awesome I am. Frozen spoilers. Just in case you haven't seen it, which you should have by now. When we first meet Elsa, she's just a child. She's happy and can control her powers fairly well. That's how we all start out. But the thing is, she made a mistake. It wasn't until she got up on that mountain and let go of all her fear, failure, frustration, and judgment that she finally found herself. Honestly, I think one of the things that can change this generation for the better is music that isn't so negative and vulgar. I know, I sound like an old person, but I am telling you right now that me personally would rather listen to music that reflects the exact situation that I'm going through and get something out of it. I would much rather listen to that than some rap song, which I have no idea what they're saying, and I probably will cringe when I look up the lyrics later. It makes me feel dirty, I don't like it! If you're someone who listens to music like that, I'm not gonna judge you, that's your choice. But this is what vlogs are for, right? You're watching this video right now because you want to know my opinion. I know you have, because you've lasted this long on my video. Maybe you're just shaking your head at whatever I'm saying, because you think my opinion doesn't matter. But where there's one person like me, there's hundreds other that feel the same way. You really think that someone like me, who is normally shy and introverted, not to mention a type of person that really values what people see myself as, would want to speak up to their only friends that do listen to that music? Or maybe even pressure us into something that we're definitely not ready for, or something that we don't want to do at all. Most likely we won't say something for one of a few reasons. Because we're too afraid of people not accepting us for who we really are, because we're worried they won't be our friends anymore, and or we're too afraid that if we don't conform to what the world wants us to be, that we'll be alone forever. Yes, I know what you're thinking.
Gracie, if they're like that, they wouldn't be your real friends anyway, so what's the problem?
Yes, that is very true. I know that. They know that. Most of us know that. But for someone like me who works so hard to find people that we get along with in the first place, it's really hard for us to think that these people would abandon us. Snapchat! For instance, I played softball most of my life. And I'm honestly not bragging, but I was really good at it. I was the #1 pitcher in my league, and I knew just about everyone. And I hung out with my teammates all the time. But when I quit, and I stopped for a lot of good reasons, I went from thinking that I had all these friends all over the state to having basically no one. Do you know how many close friends I had when I stopped playing? 1. I ended up only having one friend after basically my entire childhood. And I really only knew her 2 years prior to me quitting. After that, I found out she was moving halfway across the country. I still video chat, text, and keep in touch with her. But in a matter of a few months, I went from thinking I had hundreds of friends to having just about no one. Now, don't get me wrong, I love her to death. And over the years, I have found a couple friends that I can trust. But could you really blame me for thinking that people would just stop talking to me for whatever reason? Girls that I had known since I was 6 years old just acted like I didn't exist anymore. This is what people like me are afraid of. Maybe your softball is music or some other activity. Maybe you feel like you're obligated to curse to make yourself feel cooler. Maybe if you're a guy, you feel like you have to wear saggy pants or a backwards flat top or a pair of Jordans. If you're a girl, maybe it's wearing a dress where your boobs hang out, or having a shirt that has your midriff showing, or wearing heels to make your butt just look a little bit better in that miniskirt. But the fact of the matter is, you don't need any of that. If everyone would just be themselves and stop being so judgmental of everyone, the world could be a lot happier. Because people are so mean these days, online and in school, people are literally killing themselves. So please, next time you feel like bullying someone because they listen to Disney and Broadway songs on repeat, or because they wear an oversized Star Wars hoodie and sweatpants instead of wearing whatever crop top the latest fashions are selling, think twice. Alrighty, my friends, well, this ends another episode. Leave some topics and possible challenges below. I finally figured out where that bar is. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Until next time, my lovelies. Bye!